And tonight only on News 15, budget cuts are on their way to UL as the new semester and fiscal year begin. Faculty members were briefed today on the state of the university. As News 15's Scott Brazda explains, university leaders outlined plans to cut spending by 5%.
With the fall semester about to begin, Interim University of Louisiana President Jamie Hebert gave his first State of the University address. He said there are tons of positives, the people, but there are some challenges. Those challenges involve dollar signs.
Fiscal stability and process efficiency will now be central to our administrative work as we move forward.
The university revenue stream is solid, said Hebert, but expenditures are just a bit higher. It's not a crisis, he added, but a proactive cost-cutting decision that needs to be made now and not later in the spring, as is usually done.
So what we are going to do is we are going to pull back on auxiliary and operational spending by 5%.
How do we do it to cause the least impact to those core areas, right? How do you keep the teaching? How do you keep the student-facing events going? You don't want that to have any impact on the students.
Hebert reiterated that the university's true treasure is its people. And with that...
Now, I want to make it very clear. We're not cutting any salaries. We're not cutting salaries.
By its own admission, UL is in a state of fiscal instability. So how does UL get back on track? Well, you're looking at some serious budget cuts. Only a month ago, it was about $15 million a deficit in the budget. Now, though, after there's been a closer look by administrators, that deficit's at $25 million. How does UL get its fiscal mojo back?
Just as we begin to dive deeper into the finances, we were looking at budgets from last year, not actuals for this year. When Edwin Lidoff, our current CFO, came in, he was able to help us look a little deeper at some of the areas within that budget, and not very different from what you would find in a corporation. Sometimes when you start digging a little deeper, the hole's a little bigger than you thought.
Now that's $25 million you're looking at. Where do you find another 10? An announced $15 million budget deficit is now $25 million. UL, though, plans to take an aggressive approach in eradicating the debt, in maintaining the student experience, and returning to a state of fiscal stability.
Well, I want to be stable by the end of the fiscal year.
How did the deficit happen? Well, there are multiple factors, but the primary one seems to be a decrease in full-time undergraduate enrollment over the past 10 years. A University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors meeting in Lafayette. Would the rumors be true? Would a new president of the University of Louisiana be named? The answer, no.
Proceeding will discuss the University of Louisiana System presidential search.
An announcement, if any, would be delayed. 6 minutes into the meeting, the board went into executive session. And 1 hour and 3 minutes later, the board returned with the big announcement of the day.
While we were in executive session to discuss personnel matters, no motions were made nor votes taken.
Still, there was some movement. Dr. Jamie Hebert, interim UL president for the past 3 months, asked to be interim no more.
I would respectfully request that I be allowed to return to the provost position. I feel like I've given my skill set to assist the university as best as I possibly can in these trying times.
He suggested Dr. Ramesh Kalaru to be the new interim president. By his own admission, interim UL President Ramesh Kalaru faces quite the counterbalancing financial challenge.
I intend for this university to grow. During these financial challenges, it's easy to say, let's step back and scale back. We're not stopping. We are not yielding an inch of the ground that we have covered. We will continue to push forward.
A $50 million deficit down to $44 million, to $34 to 20-something to $10.5 million. We bring you the latest chapter in the ongoing UL budget saga.
More animated about the future of this university than I've ever been for the 33 years I have had, but understanding and acknowledging that we have a challenge.
At UL with videographer Dave Pierce, Scott Brazda, News 15.